according to a plan, linked with each other. And all of this is how we get the result. I'm the conductor.
There has to be a coming together between the Court Administration Division and the Ministry of Justice to speak directly to the Minister of Finance for it to be addressed. We have to put some fire under both the CAD and the Ministry of Justice.
Bless up my people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Isabel Rose. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Thanks to the returning subscribers. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notification bell on. Put it on all so you won't miss an upload from me. On the road to 20k, help me to get there, my people. So in this one, my people, we're seeing where the DPP, Paula Llewellyn, calls out the Justice Minister on lack of court reporters or stenographers, as well as the Commissioner of Police speaks on crime and violence. And I want to hear this interview with him. It's very interesting. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Go over to my other platform at Bell Rose Shorts Media and subscribe over there. Get that channel to 1k. So my people, as I stated, I have an interview of the Commissioner of Police, Anthony Anderson. And he was basically speaking on the whole technology aspect that has improved in the JCF. And he was really speaking on crime and violence and what has happened since the year 2023. And to the latter part of this video, I'm not going to watch it still, you know. I'm going to take a listen and we'll get back to talking about it.
Crime control and crime management that is always at the front of what we do. So everybody's actions are aligned in some way to ensure that that becomes better.
Yes.
So, and every success we have as a force is a collective success. There's very little that we achieve that is done by one set, one formation, one person. It tends to be done by maybe a lead element, but the supporting elements to it. The synergy we get from how those work together is what gives us the results in the end. So we have the High Command, of course, which we meet every Tuesday. And the business of the force is dealt with there. We have at another level the operations meeting every Monday to look at, review how we've done over the last week, to adjust if necessary, where persons account for what they have done. At the area level, at divisional level, sometimes at specialized units and all of that. That's where we do that. We have an executive management board that meets. And all of these persons have plans that they have to submit and plans that are reviewed. And that creates the roadmap of how we develop the force and these capabilities. Those capabilities, when they're executed, those plans when they're executed, and those capabilities are what leads to the reductions that we get. As you see, it doesn't matter nowadays if you run from one parish to another.
Right.
If you have locks and cut off your locks, it doesn't really matter what you do. Right. We're going to find you.
Right.
You know, some of the cases that were solved over 2023 were very complex, with very little to go on. But the technology that we're applying, the science that we're applying to things like investigations, and of course, just the investment in the people, the detectives who use their intelligence, their smarts, and come together, and the leadership in that is what gives us results. The 4 portfolios that we have, or 5 portfolios, each one of them is moving their portfolio ahead according to a plan, linked with each other. And all of this is how we get the result. I'm the conductor. I will to make everything coordinate everything together.
And so in the latter part of the video, he said that he's a conductor. And me say some persons on social media are asked if he's the conductor, so to speak, like when you have a conductor on a bus. Or
I say him is a conductor leader in the sense where a conductor leader is one who need to give direction in order to set standards, maintain focus, and to ensure results. And must that the kind of conductor them attack. In truth and in fact, it not seems like him in charge of the whole JCF and the whole security forces of the country. He no look so at all.
so who is really in charge of the whole crime fighting strategy? And me no want nobody come tell me say the Prime Minister, because this is a separate and apart department from the whole runnings of the office of the Prime Minister. And so the Jamaica Constabulary Force, from my knowledge, the Commissioner of Police should be the driver, is the head of the crime fighting or the security of the country. So when we in Panda Party and make me know what you think, my people.
Because remember, him say them have a whole lot of technologies in place and them are going to find the criminals them. And over 200 gang groups in Jamaica. And so, hence the turn up of the crime and violence. So make we say, as me say, I gonna need a holistic approach, my people, to get this crime and violence under control. And the cleanup of a start from the head.
Moving right along. So we're seeing where Paula Llewellyn coming out now, clashing up with the Minister of Justice as it pertains to a whole heap of backlog in the court system where they don't have any court reporters to type up and take verbatim notes, and prepare transcripts for legal proceedings because of what? The stenographers / court reporters are not being paid livable wages, not being paid livable salaries. Them are pay them people where pay how much thing hundreds of thousands to be trained in tertiary institutions. Them are pay the people them like them are secretary. Them are pay the people them a secretarial wage, so to speak. And I've done a video on this many months ago. And I go link the video in the description, because this is nothing new, and to see that months after the people them salaries cannot be sorted out. But I'm gonna make you hear what the DPP has to say, and then we talk up.
I think they're afraid that they may be seen to be breaching the separation of powers, because technically it's the Chief Justice who is in charge of the CAD, who is in charge of the court reporters. But it is so critical that I believe there has to be a coming together between the Court Administration Division and the Ministry of Justice to speak directly to the Minister of Finance for it to be addressed. We have to put some fire under both the CAD and the Ministry of Justice. The same way that in very high places representation has been made directly to the highest level of the Ministry of Finance, it has not been done for the court reporters. They are in the secretarial range because of a lack of understanding by the technocrats at the Ministry of Finance as to what is done. I gather maybe reclassification is in the offing, but it's crawling like a snail. Meanwhile, one is left with the impression that in terms of the authorities in total, we have Nero fiddling while Rome will be burning, and the public interest suffer. For several years, we have been suffering with the unavailability of transcripts, that is the transcripts of the trial proceedings in terms of the appeal. So the court now, in a case called Evan Jack, has indicated that in the appropriate case where the constitutional rights of the accused have been affected, in that they are entitled to have a hearing or a review by the Court of Appeal in a reasonable time. Because of the non-availability of the transcript, they were prepared to use what I call the nuclear option, which is to quash the conviction.
So she's calling on the Ministry of Justice and the Court Administration Division to urgently intervene to resolve the matter. And the Minister of Justice, Delroy Chuck, basically says that his ministry has no jurisdiction over court staff or their remuneration. So, if she's saying that he's supposed to get down to the bottom of it and then he's supposed to relay whatever message to the Ministry of Finance, who is Dr. Nigel Clark, and then now him a go say his ministry is not responsible over court staff and him are the Minister of Justice. And what kind of confusion this? So nobody don't know them role. Nobody don't know who to get to the bottom of this to pay the court reporters. Unacceptable. Madness. Dragging them feet. Don't want to pay. Too much department crying out for pay. And to no avail. Right now, me hear say, we are April before them pay some of the teachers them. We are April the 1st before them pay some of the teachers them. You know how long the teachers them pay in a turmoil, in a problem from last year, February, March. Over a year now. But I want to hear from one of my people to tell me what you think. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Go over to my other platform, Instagram and Facebook, and follow me over there at Anisabel Rose. Check out the YouTube store, make a purchase, it goes in support of the channel. Check out the YouTube membership, you get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. We do notifications, shout out in each and every video to be a part of that. All you have to do is be the first to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and you'll be featured in the following video to come. This notification shout out goes to Sharon Bernard as well as Horace Anderson. Big up on yourself, thanks for the continued support from each and every subscriber. New viewers, come on board, journey with me, join the family, subscribe to the channel, like up the videos, share out the videos. On the road to 20k, support the ABR movement. Get this video to at least 500 likes. Stay tuned for more videos. Big up on yourself.